hours different. Okay, we're live. Welcome to our last segment of Space Online. This is the Matt Feazell sketch party, so the man of honor is at least in the middle of my screen. And we're going to do sketches if anybody has any requests.
We're taking requests, and if nobody requests me to do something, I'll just do what Matt's doing, or I'll just make something up. So, and you don't want that.
I've got two webcams, one for my face and one for the drawing board.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I can switch out, and you don't have to look at me anymore.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right on mine too. So.
And some of us are using the official Space sketch cards.
Oh, I messed up on that.
You're not official then.
I know. I'm just hanging out, and I'm bored on a Saturday.
Okay. So since we don't have any requests yet, I'm going to.
It's always good to start with Batman.
I'm going to do Spider-Man because I liked on my test ones. I liked him the best, but I didn't quite get it right, so I'm going to work on it.
I was thinking about Spider-Man the other night, and just the way his mask is configured, the way like the eyes and the like. When I was a kid growing up, I always thought that little spot between his eyes, I always thought that was the tip of his nose. So whenever I would try drawing Spider-Man, he just looked way wrong.
Oh, I always drew Spider-Man. He was like one of the first ones. Now the webbing was.
Oh yeah, the webbing.
Very, very.
I always feel like Spider-Man is sort of the ultimate test in learning how to actually draw a human head, just by contour, because you're not drawing any of the details of a head. But if your underlying understanding of the shape of a human head is off, then that Spider-Man is just going to look weird. Like the webs are going to go in the wrong directions, and he's going to have too much of a nose or something. It's one thing I've actually been really impressed that I feel like the recent movies have gotten right. I feel like they've really got his mask put together right.
Okay. If you're drawing Iron Man,
are you already on your second part? Are you already? Oh, you're doing your Batman.
If I actually got a request from someone through social media to do a Homer Simpson, so I'm going to go ahead and start doing Homer.
I have gotten 0 requests. So I was going to do Sylvie from the new Loki show. She's a fun character.
I haven't seen the Loki show.
Have you seen the new Loki show?
I haven't seen it. Is it any good?
Oh, that's fun.
I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I only have Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah, I keep seeing ads that you can get Hulu and Disney Plus and a couple others as like a bundle.
Yeah, you have to get ESPN.
You have to get ESPN.
It's required.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's the whole problem I have.
There's Ben.
It's the whole problem I have with cable in the first.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, sorry about that. I accidentally used the practice link we went up to on Monday. I was wondering where everyone was.
Oh, is that not the link that we're on now?
Damn, he's on to us, guys.
Yeah, I was very confused. All right, so what are we doing?
I did a lot of that. Well, some of these guys got requests already, but I haven't got one, so I'm just drawing Spider Cosmo.
I'm just drawing. I'm drawing a character from Loki. I have no requests, so I'm just on my own.
Fair enough. I actually have recently been reading a lot of Constantine, so I'll just do that.
I usually use Blue Devil as my go-to if I can't think of something to draw, but I feel like I've done that a lot. I've drawn so many Blue Devils. No good reason.
Oops, it goes that way.
But you know, now that I'm looking at it, Sylvie from Loki has the horns too. So she's got a little blue devil in her.
Now, I didn't watch this week's episode yet, but there's something about a alligator Loki.
Yeah, at the end of the 4th episode, it showed...
Just in case people are watching who haven't seen it, maybe we shouldn't do spoilers.
Don't tell me anything. I just was questioning. Okay. I haven't seen it yet. My son and I usually sit down and watch it Friday nights, but
I'll say this for
we
you.
were both busy.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
That's as far as we'll go with that. Well, I hope that this card in itself is not a spoiler for people who have not been watching the show yet. But...
Well, they don't know who Sylvie is yet.
Yeah, you can kind of tell from looking at her. So, I shouldn't show what I'm drawing. I'll just cover it up.
Okay, I'm drawing the ring first, so don't forget.
She's got cool hair. Hey, Greg. I see Greg in the chat.
Oh, see here? Yeah, I'm not paying attention.
I'm here.
Hey, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Hi. And am I on?
Yep.
No.
And you're sharing.
We can see your frogs.
Could you not share, Greg, and just it looks like you have it on your other feed because you're just making us small.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're sharing. Did you do that on purpose?
Oh, I didn't mean to. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you know what? I could get rid of it, so
Okay.
I don't want to knock you out, but yeah, we could take turns like putting people up here.
Okay, that's good. I mean, I'm one.
See, I could put you up here like this. We'll take turns, closing in on everybody's drawing.
Nice.
So let's see. Since Matt's furthest along here, let's. Oh wait. Oh shit. Sorry, Matt. Sorry. Everybody else. I hit the wrong button.
I will start drawing a frog because that's what I do. That's my thing now.
That works.
I draw frogs.
Matt says to start with a Batman.
Oh, should I do a Batman?
No, yeah, you can do a Batman frog.
Yep.
Says you can't go wrong with a Batman.
It's a convention sketch.
He's a what?
It's a convention sketch. So everybody draws Batman at a convention.
I think I did it once.
He's really hard to mess up.
I actually did it in a movie theater lobby. I think we were there. I don't know if it was Batman, but some superhero movie was there. We all were there trying to sell stuff, and
You go to the Deadpool movie and draw Batmans.
Wait a second. Did they have tablers at a movie theater for a superhero movie? Because that's awesome.
yeah.
I would absolutely 100% sell out and do that. I would love it.
Local guy Victor Dandridge, who's always up to something, and I wish he'd kind of show up for. So hopefully he'll be at Live Space this year. But he's he's a hell of a promoter, so he invited me down, and we had a good time. Got to talk to a lot of people, and didn't sell much, but that was quite a few years ago, too. Do you know Victor, Ben?
I do not, but it sounds like I should.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always a fan of the salesman types.
He's always up to something. He also tried to get some artist space down near the campus at one point when, it was when the economy kind of tanked.
Mm.
And they were making things more available for, like, charitable things.
Hey, does anyone use any of the, I forget what they're called, like the communal workspace things where you can, like, rent a pseudo office?
WeWork.
Sorry, what?
There's a company called WeWork. I guess in New York City they do that.
Yeah, I've, like that. I found a few in the area and I've debated doing it. The main thing that's stopping me is that I can use libraries for free, but
Right.
it's tempting. Curious if anyone's had any success with that.
It just seems like it's too much money for what it is. I might as well just stay home.
Well, my house is pretty much my studio now, so as I clear things away, my comic stuff has grown and overcome most of the space here. So let's.
I talked to when I was doing a lot of work for Lego, I talked to guys there about it, and they suggested I do that. But then they thought I work on a lot of like NDA projects, so stuff that no one can see. So they were like, maybe you shouldn't be somewhere where people are.
Yeah.
People tell me that all the time, but for different reasons.
I mean, yeah, I'm used to it, so.
I think everybody had enough of me today. I was on for 7.5 hours before this, so.
You have to be exhausted.
Not really. I'm in the best shape of my life almost right now. I jog again. I hadn't jogged in 30 years.
Nice.
So, as long as I got one of these. Okay.
I was more thinking that it's a lot of people to. Well, it's a lot of time being on camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't all the time. I was just in between. So.
Please.
Right.
Let's see. Let's get somebody else up here. That's enough. Looks like we got three people watching us.
Hello, 3 people.
I don't think I can
people.
tell. I don't think I can tell that unless they comment. Let's see who's far along here. Oh, let's get Greg up. He's
Hey,
got
watchers, quit burping and.
he's got a good bat frog.
Oh,
going
good.
there.
Because this is what I do now. People don't know it because I've had no one to tell. But I stopped doing Lethargic Lad, and now I'm doing a comic called Frog Crisis. Who actually, that frog used to appear in Lethargic Lad anyway. But I do it as a daily comic at frogcrisis.com, and the nice thing is the character leads itself towards other characters, so like at events like this or conventions, not that I've been to like Batman Frog or Spider-Man Frog.
Okay, Jessica McIntosh is watching us. She said hello.
Hi, Jessica. She's one of my patrons. She's awesome.
Cool.
And Matthew Curtis,
also one of my patrons. Hi, Matt.
Oh.
I'm bringing everybody.
Yep.
Make us look bad.
Yep. We're all old guys, except for you.
We don't have any online friends. What is this?
No.
Nonsense.
I'm still on Comic Space.
Comic Space is still around?
No.
Oh. Let's start it up again.
We were on top of the thing when that started because they actually live streamed Space that one year, which was a unique thing at the time.
Yeah.
I'd actually be really curious what an early live streamed convention would be like.
Well, we had the regular convention, and he just set up a camera,
Hmm.
and so people were wandering by, would talk to him and that kind of stuff. And
Oh yeah,
wa-
I've seen
wave
people
at
do
the
that.
wave at the camera. Okay, can I do a happy Batman? He's never happy, is he?
Oh, I love anything with Happy Batman.
Batman has a
Mine's
good
happy.
I used to be in a drawing competition thing. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I think it was called Art Fight or something like that, where there was a built-in app for the iPad with drawing in it, and you could issue challenges, and people could all try to draw it. And one of my issued challenges got accepted, and was draw Batman, make him look genuinely happy. And the absolute best one we got was just a really good Adam West Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Adam West Frog.
I'm just trying to not smear my ink. That's fine. That is.
That looks great. Special effects too.
Yeah, I always forget to add that shit in early. And then I'm left afterwards being like, oh, how am I going to do this?
That's what whiteout's for.
That has been an ongoing problem for me, is finding a decent white ink that actually comes out pretty opaque and doesn't just blend in with the black ink under it. I have yet to find one that works for me.
Yeah. Here we go. We're going to watch Ben make a mess. I love this stuff.
Yeah, you got into the part where I'm trying to clean the mess a little bit.
Yeah. That one project I did, I think I was finding graphite in places for weeks.
Yeah.
And I didn't even do it here.
Well, thankfully, I actually realized I had a big old piece of cardboard, which I have over my table right now. So that's making my life a little easier.
Okay, he's doing something interesting.
Okay. I gotta.
Jessica says graphite wash is so beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I learned it from watching or reading up on a thing about how Stephen Gamel did his art in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which, if you haven't seen, is one of the scariest looking books made for kids ever made.
I feel like I just heard that they were doing a reprint of that with different art, and people got really pissed.
They did do a reprint with different art. I will go ahead and say the art isn't bad, but
it's not.
It's not Stephen Gamel.
It's not the art.
Yeah, I don't want to knock the artist because they did a perfectly fine job. But
No, I feel like it was more of a bad editorial decision.
I don't even know that it was a bad editorial decision because I feel like kids shouldn't see the original art. By the way, Bob, you were talking about how messy this is. Look what I just did.
Yep.
Oh,
And then you'll forget and wipe your brow and
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to take a shower after this.
Looks like Kevin's drawing me. Because I was Homer Simpson for a while. I'm actually his age, and his son was my son's age. And now we're not. So I don't know what happened there.
Now you're grandpa's age, right?
Yep, I'm getting closer to Grandpa's age.
I'm more annoyed because I'm Homer's weight. So
Well, I was too. That's what I was saying. I'm in the best shape I've been in about 30 years. I was about 40 pounds more at one point. I got rid of 20, and then a little later I got rid of 20 more. So.
You're going for walks every day, aren't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm actually jogging,
That's awesome.
which is like it's been about 30 years since I even attempted that.
Good for you.
I want to live. It's a survival thing. It's not a.
It's a Jimmy Stewart thing.
there's my Batman frog. So I think I'd better do a Robin frog next to go with it.
Okay, for my Batman, can I substitute antenna for the ears? Would that work?
Yeah.
You know, I actually thought for a while that'd be a cool addition. Like, he's got some kind of system in there that made him need the ear look. I always like the explanations for that kind of stuff.
He's probably got one in his utility.
No, that's to strike fear in the hearts of evil men, isn't
Right.
it?
Well, yes, because criminals are a superstitious and cowardly lot.
Right.
I think that's his gaydar. Oh shoot! What marker was I using?
I'm drawing the Adam West era utility belt. I think that's what
Nice.
I think that's the right one. I don't know. I only own a few Batman books, so I was never a DC guy back in the day. Until Vertigo.
Oh, there's comments going on.
There are?
Yeah.
I'm only well, yeah, it's most of Ben's friends.
Oh, there are comments.
Just
You know what's strange? More people were watching this on Twitch and YouTube than on Facebook, which surprised me.
Do we
I guess I've alienated all my friends on Facebook. So
is the Twitch channel back up again? It was down for a bit.
was it?
Yeah.
It says it's up. I mean, it never said it wasn't up. I was off the air for about a half hour here to switch over.
Oh, maybe.
Twitch is how I found out I had the wrong link. Because I looked and like, oh, you guys are on. Why am I not in?
And I think I got like 3 or 4 friends on Twitch now, which I didn't have the other day. I've had that account for about a year that I never did anything with. I think they were going to do something at CXC with it, and I never did follow through.
Sorry.
Are there comments on those?
Twitch, yeah, you get Twitch comments.
All right. Out of curiosity, does anyone in the chat have any recommendations for what I should graphite wash next? Because Constantine is done.
Do a bowl of ice cream, vanilla ice
Hey,
cream.
Bob,
Yep.
screen that. Constantine. Give us what it bends.
Yeah, pull it up. Put it under. We're gonna take a look. Yeah, he's lighting up. Okay.
Yep. You can't have Constantine and not have him smoking.
Right. Does he still have cancer? I lost track.
Actually, fair question. I'm reading it, Hellblazer from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I
did. Yeah.
Just because someone said it, I will do a bowl of ice cream.
What's Matt got here? Conan.
Sorry.
No, this is the Marvel Universe Conan.
Is that-
Archon.
Okay.
Arkham.
Oh, that guy, Archon.
Yeah.
Isn't that a city in Ohio?
Oh, I did. Oh, I think I sent it away.
By the way, Bob, you mentioned Vertigo comics. I'm curious about. Did you ever read any of the Shade the Changing Man stuff? Because I've been trying to track that down.
Yeah, because that was originally a Ditko book.
Yeah,
that was his creation. So I have that original one, and I bought the. Is it Peter Milligan? Yeah.
I've been trying to. I recently got access to the digital subscription service for DC, and I've been reading my way through stuff. And for some reason, that's not in there. They seem to have most stuff, but they don't have that yet. Which I think is a shame because the character sounds awesome.
It was under Milligan. It was pretty strange. Well, it was strange under Ditko too, but
I just because Matt said it, I wanted somebody recently commissioned me to do an Archon frog. So it's.
Was it Chip Donahue?
Yes. Oh no. Imagine that. I know he had you do a lethargic lad recently.
Yeah, he had me do a whole tip trick of like 9 lethargic lad characters.
Sue.
He showed me. He's my #1 fan at the moment.
He's awesome.
He had you do a lethargic lad, and he had Fred Hembeck do one too. It was like, wow.
Oh, nice.
I never expected to see anything like that. So he's always on me to not quit the comic, but I'm doing it.
Yeah. It's great to just be able to quit doing something. What if you created Marmaduke and you were stuck doing that for the rest of your life?
I've been doing a few projects that are totally different and unexpected. So I know Matt knows about this, that I've been doing a bunch of books called The Monster Atlas. Oh dear.
Wait, say that again. There's too much noise.
As far as different things, Matt knows about this, but I've been doing a bunch of books called The Monster Atlas, which is totally different than Lethargic Lad. And it's like changing things has allowed me to do all these different things, and the pandemic has allowed me to do all these different things. So it's been kind of good.
Yeah, it has been nice to take advantage of all of the extra time at home the last year.
It's like trying to think up new things that, might turn into something. So just the big problem is I do them and there's nowhere to show them because no conventions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you still have a website, Greg?
I have lethargiclad.com sort of disappeared, but I have frogcrisis.com and monsteratlas.com.
Oh, okay.
And I'm on, Instagram and Facebook, so people can still get me.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It's good to have that kind of an outlet for it, at least.
It's like having people know that I'm doing these new things has been a challenge. I started doing Monster Atlas while there were still conventions, and the funny reaction was people would look at it and couldn't believe I was doing it, and they'd be like, I didn't know you could draw. So what? That was nice. However, now with Frog Crisis, I'm back to doing things that make people go that I can't draw. So
you have to be able to draw to not draw, right?
I remember having a similar reaction to Jeff Nicholson. I don't remember what it was he was working on. Oh, it was Through the Habitrails.
Oh, yeah.
The book that he did after he finished up with Ultra Klutz. And I looked at that and I was like, he just somehow just leveled up on that work. And it was like almost like it wasn't even the same guy drawing it.
Well, a big part of it is when you're doing a longer work, you've got to be consistent. So you're kind of drawing down for a while because you're going to get better over time.
Yep.
But if you want it to keep looking the same, people won't always be able to tell until you do another project what you can actually do.
Well, I think the last time I was actually at Space, which I think was 2007, and I thought, it's all kids here, like as far as the people exhibiting.
It's funny the way that happens.
I know. And I remember guys coming over to me who had never heard of me before, and they were like, wow, you've got a really good 90s style. I said, oh, thanks. That's because I was a comic artist in the 90s. I pioneered that style, but whatever.
There were comics in the 90s?
Yeah. And then they tell me, you should be doing autobiographical comics. I'm like, okay, whatever.
That is kind of the hot indie thing to do.
Yeah. I'm kind of, that stuff's creeping into my work too.
By the way, whoever requested the bowl of vanilla ice cream, it's done.
Oh, let's check it out.
Where's the ice cream?
Just wanted to get that up here.
Nice. That is definitely a bowl of vanilla ice cream.
Yes.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm doing dinner after this, so.
Yeah, me too. I got my pizzas all queued up in the kitchen.
I made sandwiches to bring with me, so it's almost like a real convention.
I was going to say, where's your jar of peanut butter and your apples?
Did you bring it up for everybody?
Does Batman have yellow eyes ever, or is he always white?
Usually white.
Oh, okay, hold on. Well, Cosmo's green, so let's see. Well, Cosmo is a non-primary color. He's usually a secondary color. That's one of the rules. So, there's the Cosmo Batman. Hey!
Whoa!
That gray was a little too dark, so I had to...
At the request of the chat, I will also do Happy Batman.
Adam West had a yellow oval with the bat logo inside it, right?
Yeah, so did that continued in through the Tim Burton movies, at least.
Did they get rid of that?
Yeah, eventually they swap it out for a black logo, like black on black.
Yeah, where it's like really militaristic now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight just had his gray suit and a black bat on his chest.
Actually, a couple years back, I think they went back to the yellow logo.
Oh, we had a yellow logo?
Yeah. By the way,
you know what? I know what this needs.
Black bat inside a yellow.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the story behind that logo, by the way? What the excuse was for why he had a bright yellow logo on his night stealth outfit?
Safety?
It was the only... Yeah. It was the only bulletproof spot on the armor, and it was supposed to draw the fire of the bad guys, which is such a dumb idea.
I think I heard that before, though.
That is so great, though.
Frank Miller thought that up.
What?
Yeah, I think that's a Frank Miller thing.
See, I really like that idea.
But
the
like,
idea that Batman knows he's vulnerable and is using his psychological know-how to get people to shoot him where he wants them to shoot him.
Well, my problem is he's assuming they won't miss. They can aim for the chest, but what if they hit him in the gut?
Oh, in the face!
Well, that's when his martial arts training kicks in, and he just dodges it.
He just dodges bullets. He's a ninja. He can't be shot.
Exactly. You can only shoot him where he wants to be shot. That's what makes Batman Batman.
Okay, I'm going to do a Happy Charlie Brown Cosmo.
What?
Yeah, it's just like
the laws of physics.
Oh, that'll get us kicked off Facebook.
oh, you can't do that. Yeah, we could steal all the superheroes we want, but we can't do any humming.
Yeah,
Who's the composer? Jose Garibaldi?
Vince Guaraldi.
Vince Guaraldi.
Yeah, that's the guy. Hey, he translates pretty easily.
I'm trying to figure out what to do with the background on this. I'm gonna go with grays. Grays.
So I think I got the essence there, except for the smile.
Let's see where.
You got the shirt on, that's all you need. And some brown shoes. And the curl. That one lonely curl.
You can show it better when you ink it.
Oh, Matt, I meant to tell you, I came really close for this weekend to sending you my copy of Cynical Man, the red cover one from all those years back. Because I remembered that whenever I ran into you at conventions, I would always have that with me to make sure you drew me a new sketch in it. I was just collecting sketches in this one book. And I totally thought about sending it out to you so you could add another sketch to it.
That would have been a good idea. Sure, I'd do that. I can do it next year.
Do it next year. Well, next year I might actually be able to make it out in person. Which would be nice.
My happy
hoping
Batman
next
looks a little Jokerish, and it's unfortunate.
You're just proving Joker's point.
That's what I was missing, the parentheses. The Charlie Brown parentheses on his eyes.
That totally makes it now.
Except he's still smiling, so I'm not sure what to do about that. That just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, as soon as you said it, I was
Wiggly
like,
line.
I don't think a happy Charlie Brown should exist in this universe.
What
Okay.
seems more probable, Happy Charlie Brown or Happy Batman?
Okay, I went Charlie Brownish.
Be like,
Oh, he's got a collar too. I forgot the collar.
Oh yeah, and the little like George Jetson shirt line.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's there. It's just not inked yet.
Oh, okay.
That makes it. That's how everybody knows it's Charlie Brown.
Schultz did kind of like that, right?
That's a happy Charlie Brown.
Okay, there's my Robin frog.
You need the parentheses on the outsides of the eyes. Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, you're right. Did he have ears?
Yeah, he had ears.
Little teacup.
Yeah, I used to impress the girls in grade school with my Charlie Brown abilities.
I think that's our generational shift. Mine was Garfield.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Oh, dude, you are a really good Garfield. Draw me a Garfield."
Then my Captain America shirt in high school did nothing for me, though.
You really got sick of drawing Garfield.
All right, so
You'd be in good company with Jim Davis.
Oh yeah, speaking
There
of
you go.
cartoon,
reference, Archon sketch.
speaking of
Let's see
cartoonists
the-
retiring.
Wait, what?
No, getting tired of drawing the same thing over and over. The way Matt said that, it sounded like there was a Cynical Man Retires graphic novel somewhere in the future.
Oh, there's the dynamic duo.
There we go.
Nice.
I guess I should draw a Charlie Brown frog now.
Let's see what Kevin's doing here. Hey, can we see Homer? I don't think I saw the final Homer. There he is.
He's still a little wet, so I got to.
Yeah, me and Homer always had that problem.
Yeah, you'll find that as you get older. You just wet for no reason.
Oh, here's Happy Batman.
Yep.
Check out Happy Batman in graphite.
There you go.
Well, that sounds like one of those Dark Knight mediums. Yeah, do Dark Knighting graphite.
It feels like Batman's jazz solo album. Batman.
It's
graphite.
It's the good night. There you go.
Good night.
Okay, I think.
All right, I think I'm just gonna riff this next one and see what I come up with.
Did Charlie Brown have long sleeves or short sleeves?
Short sleeves. It was always summer, except when he was
that's what
wearing
I
a
thought.
coat.
They were like little half sleeves almost.
Yeah. And I'm trying to do that, but Cosmo has these circular segmented arms. So the top half will be colored yellow and the bottom half will be flesh. Or green. They'll be green. Or maybe I'll make them orange. That'll be closer to flesh.
What color was his shirt? Yellow or orange?
Yellow.
Red.
It was yellow.
Red?
No, it
So
wasn't.
on a couple book covers, it was red.
Well, that's wrong.
Sometimes it was red. That's right.
That was some marketer did that.
He just
I
had,
feel like we're having an argument about Daredevil.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Same thing.
He's red. He's yellow.
You'd even see Linus in red sometimes.
Yeah. What was his regular color?
Yeah,
Was
I
it
thought Linus was
green?
Blue.
Blue.
No, like light blue.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Who was in the red with the black stripes all the time?
Red and the black stripes. Peppermint Patty? No, she had white with green stripes, I think.
Oh, I'm thinking of Calvin.
There you go, Chip.
I don't have a brown marker. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Thank you. Do something simple and awesome. Whoops. I started doing
See, then I got... Charlie Brown always had brown shoes, even when he was playing baseball.
Oh, that's right, he did. Always wearing those little brown leather shoes.
Oh, and shorts. Oh, I should have... I guess I could cut it off here somewhere. Huh. Did he have socks? He had socks, too.
Yeah, just ankle
Yeah.
socks. So.
Yeah, see, I got to figure out where to stop his shorts here. And then,
Yeah.
since he's Cosmo, he has the non-primary color of orange skin this time. Ah, that's too dark.
That's all right. I think the shirt is really carrying most of that load there for you.
Yep. Anybody's identifiable as Charlie Brown if you wear that shirt.
Yep.
my shadow here.
At this point, I'm picking up most of my graphite wash from the table.
Hope you're not eating there later.
Well, like I said, I was smart and put down cardboard, so this is going to make cleanup a lot easier.
Oh, yeah.
The annoying thing is I'm actually out of the fixative spray, so these are just going to be sitting loose for a while.
That sounds like trouble.
I always used to get good results with just hairspray.
Yeah, I don't have that either, unfortunately.
Do they even make that?
They do.
Hairspray? Yeah.
They do still make hairspray.
I think, well,
It
My-
might not work as well now as it did in the 80s.
the last person I knew that used that was my mother. And I think she still might, except that she let her hair go COVID over the last year.
Oh.
It's like the longest I've ever seen it on her.
I've known dancers and I've known cosplayers. I can vouch for it still existing.
Okay.
Here we go.
Ooh.
I had a random thought earlier today about a guy that used to come to a lot of the kerbangs, a lot of the conventions back in the Midwest. He was a bigger guy. He was older. He used to wear Hawaiian shirts and bring homebrew.
Ray Santos?
I don't remember his name.
Rich Santos.
Rick Santman.
Rick Santman.
Rick Santman. Okay.
That sounds like him.
Okay, cool. I was trying to remember his name because I was thinking about it. I was like, I do make my own beer. I do often wear Hawaiian shirts, and I still make comics. I was like, and then it occurred to me that there was that guy who always used to come to conventions and bring his homebrew. And I was like, shit, I'm going to become that guy. I think pretty soon. I was like, I could do worse. He seemed like a cool guy. I never got to know him that well.
He's still collecting and dealing. He shows up at a lot of the same conventions I do,
Oh, cool.
and he just retired the year before COVID.
Good timing.
Yeah.
There's my Charlie Brown frog.
Yay!
Hey, looks like I sold some books. Yay.
Nice.
Bob, can you put Greg on full screen?
Sure. Oops.
Official frog sketch.
Rat.
Am I out?
That's great.
There's that.
I keep punching my camera. I'm not used to it being right here.
Okay, I'm stealing my next idea from you because you just stole my idea. There's Cap. Oh, there's one. Okay. All right. Well, I sold something today. And there's a new issue of O Comics, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I sold a bunch of those last year. And anybody watching, the comics market will be open till next Sunday.
And you can get all 4 issues of the graphic novel in progress, Splitting on the End of the Cynicalverse, for $1
I was going to ask about that. Do you know how long that's going to be?
and a stamp.
What's that?
4 mini comics for $1 and a stamp.
Do you know how many issues that's going to be?
5.
5, okay.
So it'll be a 40-page graphic novella.
And up over my shoulder or behind my head, that's the cover of O Comics back there. The one on the end in my gallery
Sweet.
by Kate Isaacs.
Oh, did the playing of the comic readings happen already?
Yeah, that was like the one of the last things I did, about 4:15. I was actually right on time today. I was amazed.
Nice.
Except the only thing is I ran all the exhibitor videos, and I only got to Matt the first time, and I ran out of time in between 2 panels, and so I finished up at the end of the day. Yeah, when I did my Captain America, I forgot about the big A on his head. Well, he didn't have a lot of a head to put an A on.
If people are pushing stuff, let me do.
Sure.
While I've been doing this frog stuff, I published a book which I've had nowhere to sell, but I made a book called 300 Comics About Frogs.
Yay!
This is the book. It's like got 300 comics, my first 300 comics in it. And I did it on Kickstarter while COVID was going on, so I haven't ever had it at a convention or a place. So you can, anyone out there interested, you can get it at monsteratlas.com, because Monster Atlas is my other book.
Hey, Greg, if you want to, you can put your link in the comments, and people can click there, and they won't have to write it all down. So
I didn't.
So
know.
any of you guys want to do that, go ahead.
I don't have a computer here. I have to walk over to my computer.
Yeah.
My desk is one place. My computer is somewhere else. So
Are we able to post in the chat? I thought only you could.
No, you could post in there. I thought you could. Or well, you could do it on. If you go to like YouTube and comment there if you want. But I thought you could do it. Am I the only one that can do that?
Yes.
I thought so. I think maybe if you're logged in, you can do it, but I don't know how many people are logged in.
Yeah.
I'm on my phone, so I'm actually not logged in.
So no, I don't know. I always thought that worked that way too, but because if somebody asked a question to somebody that they could answer, but anyway, you could go like right to YouTube or Facebook or Twitch and drop it in under this broadcast. Looks like YouTube is the one everybody's commenting from. Yeah, you know what? When you fill out that box at the bottom, don't hit the chat button, just hit enter, and I think it goes to the comments here. I think that's what the difference is. Maybe. That's something I probably should have covered. Well, you know what? Let me just copy them. I'll just do it over there. I'll just put them in here for you.
Keyboard is just a returner.
Yeah, when I do it, it goes to all 3 platforms.
Yeah, it seems to only go to private chat.
Okay, well I'll transfer them. If you put one there, I'll get it.
Where do we find that YouTube?
There's comments on YouTube.
This is
It's 2021 online. Event coordinator, Bob Corby.
Is that me? Shut me off.
I'm looking for the link to the YouTube video. And it's probably in
Well, you gotta turn it on, I think, and then it's underneath somewhere.
Oh, well, while it seems my screen is up, besides Frog Crisis, like I said, I've been doing this book called Monster Atlas. And
Okay, well-
here's a copy. So it's actually not a comic book. It's like an encyclopedia, because we have maps and we show where monsters are on the map. So it's like a guidebook. So that's what I've been working on for 2 years now. 3 years, actually. So there's America.
what's in Michigan?
What isn't in Michigan? Let me find out for you. The first volume we did is North America, and then we've been doing European books. Oh, here we go. Oh, so there, Michigan has this weird alligator and the robot from RoboCop and
Yeah.
melon heads and the Maine Rogue, Maine Rouge.
Yeah, the Maine Rouge.
That's a Detroit thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What's in Ohio?
No, look that up.
I'm going to be stepping away for just a moment.
Wow, you can draw?
Yeah, apparently. There's Ohio. So there's Freddy Krueger and
Okay.
the Loveland Frog. And Sam from the movie Trick or Treat, because we do urban legends, cryptids, movie stuff. Anything that's a monster is in the book. So that's what I've been wasting my time on for years.
That should be in every library in the country.
I've had a few buy them. And some schools, too, have bought them. And one of the things that the city library where I am now, we will take your book. So we make sure we have an index in every book. So it's been
Nice.
kind of nice because the handful of conventions I've been to, pretty much, and at the book it says, "Oh, I gotta have it," but I haven't had the opportunity to go anywhere. So
Yep, I had 15 shows scheduled last year, and I made three of them, two of them.
3 of them.
And some of them still haven't happened in any form yet again, so. So I'm doing a Minion Cosmo now, which probably doesn't work with the shape. I'll have to rely on the coloring to make that pop. And the Lederhosen, right?
Oh, you might have hit the envelope on the Minion for that Cosmo shape. Turn him into a minion. That's going to be a challenge.
Yep. I'll have to think about it a little more. Pull one up here.
I'll do reference this time.
Really?
Oh, I could give him Bob eyes. I could give him the goggles. That'll help.
Where's my Sylvie finished? My white ink pen failed me. So it goes.
All right, switching drawings again.
Although I don't want.
What can I draw next?
Of course, you know I had to have a Bob.
I didn't know the minions actually had names.
Oh yeah, they all have names.
I can't tell them apart.
I got the Bob with the teddy.
They're like Oompa Loompas to me. They all look
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah. And the stars of the movies seem to change from movie to movie. But yeah, I couldn't let this one go by. So yeah, if I put the goggles on, that might make it work.
Goggle.
Goggles. And the black gloves. Oh, okay. Yeah, his buddies.
And a yellow head.
Yeah, that's right. They're coveralls. I thought they were leaderhills, and they go right down to the shoes. Okay. Smile works. So let's see Cap, since it looks like he's done.
I might draw a Frank Miller minion. Dark and gritty minion of the night.
Aren't those the purple ones?
Are there purple minions?
Yeah, there's evil minions in the one.
I know
one
there's
show.
purple Smurfs.
Purple Smurfs?
Yeah.
That's blowing my mind.
I didn't know there were purple minions. Makes
Yay!
sense. They'd be purple though.
My daughter just said she got her clock. I think I got it here.
Banana? What is that, a minion joke?
You see? Oop.
Or is that a suggestion to draw a banana?
You guys do it better. I got to stop giving you ideas. Oh, anyway, if you look over my shoulder here again, that clock on the wall is Totoro from my friend Totoro, Studio
nice.
Ghibli. So I bought that for my daughter for her birthday, and I just happened to be at her house when it arrived in Pennsylvania, which is the first trip out of this state I've made in 17 months, and it was broken.
Oh.
So then I was going to return it, and I have to send it to the Ukraine. And I thought, well, no, I'll just buy another one and fix this one for myself. So I fixed that one for myself, ordered another one as I was standing there to get delivered to her, and I put the wrong address on it. So it came all the way over her old address. They just got into their new house, probably not even a year. And it went all the way back to the Ukraine, and I finally caught up with everybody, and then they sent it all the way back, so it got there today. So that was an ongoing thing.
It's like an Indiana Jones adventure.
Yep. So that clock made 3 trips over the ocean. And she said it made it in one piece, which is more than I expected.
Ben, is that a swamp thing?
It is a swamp thing.
Oh,
Nice.
I recently read the Alan Moore, Steve Bissett, John Tuttlebane run
oh yeah.
in its entirety, and Swamp Thing is kind of fun to draw. So I figured, why not?
He's almost impossible to draw.
I haven't tried yet. I'm kind of afraid to try a swamp.
Me too.
Well, one of the things Steve said about it at one point is that there are no wrong lines when drawing Swamp Thing.
Just draw lots of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell my brain that.
I know what you mean.
Every line would look wrong to me if there's no wrong lines. Like, these are all mistakes.
Yeah, my problem when I try to draw Swamp Thing is he ends up looking too much like a regular person. Like, still weird, but not weird enough.
Yep.
Like, right now he's starting to look a little like Chewbacca.
I'm at a loss. I don't know what to draw, guys.
Okay, we got the comments market is open, everybody. There's the thing.
Oh.
It's in the comments. Go buy books.
Everybody else is doing Captain America, so I figured I'd better do one too.
I didn't do one yet. I did one the other day as practice. Oops. I'm up here now.
Oh, nice.
Except I forgot Cosmo's ring on him, but oh well. I'm trying to think of something unusual. See, let's look at this minion. Oh, I didn't finish my minion yet. So. And not only does he do it better, but he does it faster. And it looks like Bob. So did you sell that one yet, Matt?
No,
I'll buy that one.
I'll trade you for a Spider-Man.
Sure. Could have the one I did here.
That's the one I want.
Upside down shadow.
Well, it's the way Spider-Man works. Yeah, that's one of those giveaways that right away, oh, it's Spider-Man. He's upside down.
That's true.
He's kissing MJ.
Spider-Man's a character I weirdly have a hard time drawing. Like, you'd think he wouldn't be that bad, but...
Yeah, I think most people have a hard time drawing Spider-Man.
Now, see, him I could do. Or used to anyway. I haven't drawn superheroes in forever, but I actually did. There was a contest at Marvel to draw. I think it was a page of a Spider-Man script, which involved a rhino, and I did most of that and then never finished it. But it was horrible. But yeah, I did it. Spider-Man was cool. Spider-Man looked pretty good. Couldn't nail that rhino.
I think I'm gonna steal from Kevin on this one and do a flaming carrot.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I missed that guy. Trying to get like a good fake.
Oh, that's what he's up to there. Okay, I didn't see that down there.
Yeah.
Another hand.
Cool.
Waving at you.
So are those paint markers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some of those.
Posca.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had saw an article years ago of some young woman who became kind of popular for redrawing on covers.
Mm-hmm.
So she did like Vogue magazine and things like that, and she would doctor them up and make the people look horrible. And she was getting really famous for it, and it took me forever to research because she really wouldn't give out her secrets, but to find out what markers she works in. And what's great is they don't bleed through, and they really do well on like magazine type material, like glossy material.
So is that like an acrylic?
Unfortunately, everything's written in another language, but I'm thinking it is a part acrylic.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because I have acrylic markers. I actually used one in my video patching my silkscreen. Works great for that. And I use them in some of the paintings I've been doing. You get Kirby dots.
right.
Use them for Kirby dots. Which seem to be showing up more and more in my stuff.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope. I thought they had a G on their chest. Oh well. I'm looking at my minions.
Minions have a G?
Yeah, for Gru.
Oh, Gru.
I guess some of them they did and some of them they didn't. That's right. The Bob was pre-Gru when they were looking for somebody to work for. So what's going on in the comments here? Let's check on Swampy.
Good timing because Swampy's done.
Cool.
Awesome.
That looks pretty good.
Thank you.
Whoa, that's scary.
It's like Tolbean inks. He inks like it looks like graphite. Can't figure out how he does it.
I'm trying to remember because I was just looking at a lot of his inks. I think he's a brush guy.
He does stipple. I know there's stipple involved in it.
All right, this is actually my last watercolor sheet in this pack, so this will wrap it.
That sounds too fancy for con sketches.
It's pretty cheap watercolor paper. I actually bought a huge amount of this stuff last time I needed to do a bulk order from Blick.
Well, that's how you get cheap. So I buy my silk screens in bulk because I screw so many of them up. Yeah, he's kind of looking minion-y.
Ooh, I know what I should draw. Makes no sense to do it for graphite wash, but screw it. Why not?
There's MODOK.
I actually got to look up an image reference for this.
Well, I remember swipe files. Before there was Google, we just had to have a file drawer full of pictures of
A
stuff.
morgue. I've heard people call those morgues.
I call mine a swipe file.
There's a carrot. Another carrot. So I don't think I could make Cosmo a carrot. Maybe a radish. Flaming radish. Copy and trademark Bob Corby. Nobody can have it now.
Okay, there's my Captain America frog.
Awesome.
Wow, he's a freedom fighter.
Cool.
It's got the Kirby fist sticking in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kirby Fist.
Foreshortening.
You have to.
Yes. Blue, blue, blue. Where's my blue?
Oh no, I'm running out of my official Greg Draws a Frog cards.
Uh-oh.
But I have. See, last summer, when there was the big convention in Toronto, Fan Expo, got canceled, I decided I'm going to run a show called Greg Expo on my porch. And I'm the only guest.
Yeah.
So I made cards for Greg Expo, but everybody thinks it says Greg X Zozo. or Greg X Pozozo.
Okay, I think I pulled the minion off.
So I made new ones. But I'll draw one. I'll draw a swamp thing on here.
Cool.
Nice.
I actually already did a swamp thing. For my month for a swamp thing frog, so I already did it. I sent a picture of it to Steve Bissett, and he was like,
I bet Steve would have loved that. He didn't sass you back, did he?
No, he didn't, but he I think he just sort of is like, he did go, but he knows if I do something that he usually responds with, in a friendly way.
Ah, okay. I was worried for a second. I was like, do I have to scold Steve?
No. Because, hey, if anyone's interested, I do have a frog Patreon going, so I do send out frog sketches to people that join up, and they get to see more comics, because I do a Frog Crisis one a day, and I send other stuff too, so if anybody's interested, that would really, as everyone knows, help out a lot. A struggling cartoonist with no conventions to go to.
Have you done many online things?
Me, I haven't. This is the first.
Yeah.
Someone told me to do I do a live drawing once a week on Instagram called Greg Draws a Frog.
Yeah. I've done a few of them, and I was trying to get in unusual places. I did one in Australia and one up in Alaska. I didn't sell anything in Australia, but I did sell some stuff up in Alaska. It was kind of neat.
I tried. I wanted to do some, but I kept getting frustrated because it seemed like none of the ones that I was thinking about had announced that they were going to be doing an online show until it was too late to actually to be a part of it. So
yeah. I think last year I didn't bring it up to anybody outside of the exhibitors that were already going to come to the show.
Yeah.
Before we had to change it. So I'm guilty of that. If somebody heard about it, it would have been too late.
I was not trying to call you out.
No, but I thought about that after the fact, because we had about 30 exhibitors last year, and we only got we're at 20 this year. So it's a lot of work and less benefit, and you don't have as much camaraderie. But I didn't do too bad. I think I did at CXC last year. I did as well online as I did in person. But sometimes me being the only 60-year-old in the room and not being there, that would benefit me. I was trying to work my way into a con recently, and somebody said, "You sure you're going to be okay with sitting around a bunch of 20-year-olds?" I said, "Yeah, I've been doing that for years." I said, "They're all new 20-year-olds too. Every time I go to one, there's another crop." I'm still around. They keep moving on. Back in a sec.
Kirby Dots.
Kirby Dots. There you go. What is he? Mechanism or something only designed?
Man only designed for obnoxious comments.
I love that I haven't even started graphite washing this, and it already has a ton of graphite wash on it. Just from my hand. Actually, one of the tricks I figured out is that if I do stuff standing up, my hand rests on the paper a lot less, so you need to start doing that.
There was some comic book inker that only he would ink his pages on an easel standing up.
Ooh.
Like painting.
It's a good way to do it. You move your arm differently.
Like it's a real art form?
Huh.
I'm back. Oh, I had an idea.
It might have been Dan Spiegel I'm trying to think of. The guy who inked Standing Up.
Okay, Indiana Jones.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun, 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 dun.
Oops, sorry.
Why does it have to be snakes? This is my son's. He hasn't claimed it yet. I found it in the basement, along with a lot of his other toys.
Indiana Jones figure.
Yep. He had tons of Star Wars stuff too, but
Does he have a little whip on his hip?
he probably came with one, but I don't have it. And he's kind of missing a thumb here, so he probably can't hold on to it. Is he right-handed? I don't remember.
Yes, he was.
Da-da-da. I just watched that last week. Wasn't it some anniversary of that movie? Am I thinking of something else?
I'm not sure what the anniversary is.
That's all I'm going to do for my flaming carrot.
Let's go see the flaming carrot here.
He doesn't need to be colored.
It's implied he's orange.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
That's great.
I wish my brush pen was working. That would have made it a lot better. But so it goes. I tried refilling it today, but it doesn't seem to have taken. Swamp frog.
Swamp frog. I was going to say it's Pickle Rick.
Gotta have some flies around him, Brad.
Let's see the array here.
Actually, that's been one of the things, because I've been doing my Monstratlus pictures, and sometimes on the Steve.
Oh, did you find your brush pen?
Cool.
Looks like Joe Sinnott.
So I always think of that.
Leave these up for now. Construct my legs.
And I've been playing around with a little bit of that brushwork too.
Oh yeah.
This is going to be in my book coming out, Plans 2 for Space. I have another one that's a little better than that, but that was my first attempt at trying to be Joe Sinnott. Still got a lot of work to do on it. A little more practice.
Yeah, it's one of those things I should probably sit down and actually practice doing
Squirrel Girl?
before I start actually putting it into my work.
Yeah, Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl. Oh wait, no, that's Word Girl. Girl.
By the way, if anyone wanted to casually read any superhero comics, I know a lot of people aren't particularly into them. Squirrel Girl is highly recommended. It's a very good comic.
I thought about it.
I've heard nothing but good things about Squirrel Girl.
One of the very last shows I ever did, I was sitting next to Ryan Nord, so he
Oh,
gave
nice.
me a bunch. It was nice. He already knew me from way back when I was doing lethargic stuff. I remember meeting him and him showing me dinosaur comics and saying to me, "Boy, I'd love to do what you're doing one day."
I never put that together. Ryan North is from Dinosaur Comics. That's really funny. Like, I read through Squirrel Girl and I was like, why do I know this name?
Yep.
By the way, if anyone does want to try graphite wash at any point, I would not ever recommend you do it unless you had kneadable eraser.
I did. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's how I got some of the effects I did with it.
Not only does it help with the effects, but it's one of the best tools for cleaning up afterwards.
And steel wool.
Steel wool. I've never messed with that.
I showed you my thing the other day at the Coffee and Comics. I did that clay board with graphite.
Right. I forgot that you used steel wool on that.
Yeah, that's how I got some of that effect.
That's a good trick. I may need to get some steel wool for this.
Well, I was hanging out with the former dean of illustration at CCAD,
So he had everything in his kit. He said, "Here, do a clayboard." I said, "I never touched one of these in my life." But I did.
So there's Swamp Thing Frog.
Nice. Frogs and swamps go well together.
I know, it's like not much of a stretch.
I gotta see a Swamp Thing frog with a banjo.
Ah. That's what I should have done.
Oh man. I wish I'd thought of this. I was on a good Vertigo kick earlier. I did Swamp Thing, I did Constantine. I should have done Sandman. That would have been great.
On in the graphite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. I like Squirrel Girl, so
You're still alive.
that works.
You're still alive. There's time.
Well, I'm out of paper, so
Oh shit. Yeah, you might as well be dead.
I mean, on the stream, I've done 6 Graphite Watch illustrations. That's probably pretty good.
Dang, that is a lot.
How long did it take you to do the 8 pages in O Comics?
I did the entire process in about a week.
Wow.
Yeah, I had the really bad writer's block on that. Like, I know I had months to work on that project, and I just could not come up with anything. And then that just clicked with me, and I'm like, fine, I'll do it. Yeah, one of the nice things about graphite wash is it's pretty fast. Once it's down, there's not much you can do about it, so you just learn to work with it.
That's what I like about working with like analog materials, real world materials, you know.
Yeah.
Like I did spend some years working digitally, and just the infinite level of undo and infinite level of zoom was just it kept breaking me a little bit.
Yeah, that is kind of the classic problem that a lot of digital artists run into. I've done 24-hour comics a few times, and when I tried digitally, I absolutely failed.
Oh yeah.
Because traditional, it's so much faster.
Mm-hmm.
It may not necessarily look as good, but it's faster.
Right. Exactly. I think that the difference between digital and analog is I hear that phrase all the time that perfect is the enemy of done.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly defines the difference for me between the two. It's like, yeah, I can make something look perfect if I'm working digital. I'll never be done with it, but I can make it look perfect. But I like
I did a live draw a few months ago, even though I told you I don't do many, but I did one, and everybody was digital except me. And I remember they asked me, what do I draw on? And I said, a desk. with paper.
Yeah.
And a pencil. And they were all just like, wow.
See, it's
Do they
funny
still make
'cause-
those?
They still make those?
They still make those.
Yeah. Right.
When I was at CCS, I was one of the only people who mostly worked digital at the time. And the very next year, the class was almost all digital. Like, it really does switch.
Yeah. Well, and I know, like, here in Portland, we have a lot of professional comics folks here, and so it's interesting to see that side of the process, too. And like the number of folks that I know who do their penciling digitally and then print it out onto Bristol in blue ink, and then just ink onto that. So they still get the real world ink feel and techniques that they've been using for decades, but they get the flexibility in the planning stage. So they can, if they need to resize something, they don't have to spend half a day erasing, 3 or 4 characters and redrawing them 3 or 4 times.
That's actually how I do a lot of my stuff too.
Good.
In fact, my old comics project, I think I did digital pencils on that originally, and then printed it out, colored, and did the penciling and graphite wash shading on top of that. It's also how I did both of my books, although I came to regret that later. I can now do it digitally so much better.
Well, I've been doing a lot of work for Lego, and I was doing comics for them. I did comics that came with Batman sets, and then eventually I wasn't getting those jobs, and I found out the main reason, and I found this out through watching other people do live draw stuff, was they were generating figures in CG, putting them into Illustrator, inking them in Illustrator so they were perfect, and that was it. And I thought, I can't commit this.
No.
Because
To be fair, those often look awful. Like
they do look awful. I agree. It was I did a bunch, and I'd use a brush and do them traditional, and all my art directors were like, "This is awesome. We love it." But the marketing people were, "We don't like it. It looks sloppy. You have lines that don't meet up." So I started losing jobs, I realized, because the digital people were getting them because they drew perfect, but they were boring. Like, they were stiff.
Yeah. You actually just brought up a pet peeve of mine, too. Like, lines don't need to connect.
Yeah.
Only if you're using a flood fill.
Man, even using flood fill, like Clip Studio their fill tool has a setting that'll close gaps if you've left a gap open. So it'll actually try to figure out where you want it to fill. Like, even that's not an excuse anymore.
I surround everything with the lasso tool and then fill it in. So, yeah, gaps don't matter.
I need that program.
But I did a comic book for Boom, which nobody should do comics for Boom Studios. But the editor told me that if a character's speaking, their mouth should be open. And I went, oh. So, yeah. So remember that, kids. Characters that speak should be drawn with their mouth open. On that, I told the editor, oh, okay. And I didn't change anything, and I just submitted the pages anyway, and they didn't either notice or say anything. But I thought, ugh.
Whenever I hear rules like that, my first question is, where did you hear that?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I always want to know. Like, where did this particular rule come from? Because usually they don't have a good answer for it. It's just a personal opinion of theirs, and it's like, okay, well.
Yeah. I will say the one advantage with that is, like, I've been reading a lot of superhero comics lately. It's often very hard to tell who's talking, even with, like, tails in the speech bubbles and stuff like that. It can sometimes get real confusing. So I can understand having any kind of tell like that, but still. Did that mean that if they weren't talking, their mouth had to be closed?
Yeah, that's right.
Because I have a character in my webcomic whose mouth you never see closed. It's always hanging open.
You got to go back and fix all those now.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Are characters with their mouths covered allowed to talk?
Like Bazooka Joe's friend?
Yeah, like Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like I always think I'd better not hear Spider-Man complain about having to wear a mask for COVID. He better not be an anti-masker.
It'd be really funny. Like you pull off Spider-Man's mask and he's got an M90 under there. Like, got a double mask.
That's
Delta
right.
variants out there.
Okay,
All right, well,
somebody said Swamp Thing with the banjo, so there, I've done it.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Thanks.
So, I need to start the long process of getting this stuff off my hands. So I'm gonna have to duck out.
Yeah, I think I'm about to head out too.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Indy.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Hope to see you guys again soon
Yeah.
sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
November. Everybody come here in November.
I don't-
Absolutely.
Is it going to be? So I have failed to put space on my calendar. Is it normally in November?
No, it's usually in April.
Usually in April. Okay, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
We moved out to July to avoid conflicts last year, and then it became digital, and now we're still in July this year because I thought COVID might have been under control a little better, and then we moved it from, we just had this instead and moved it to November. So
Okay.
I'm dying to get it in this year,
Okay.
a live one. So
Well, I
I'd
hope
like
you
to
make
go
it.
to that.
I will definitely be there. I can't see anything stopping me. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you
All
for
right.
having me.
Take it easy, Ben.
Has been great.
Thanks, Ben.
Have fun,
Yes,
guys.
you got. Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
You too.
okay, this could be mine could be a flaming carrot and a Indiana Jones.
I haven't been to any show in the States for 4 years
Wow.
because I heard too many stories of people having trouble crossing the border.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah.
thought I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, I haven't had too many. I'm trying to think if we had any Canadian exhibitors in the last 4 years or so. It's been tough.
Because I know Gerhardt because he actually works on the Monster Atlas with me. And I heard stories from him like crossing is terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, he was here. I'm trying to remember how long ago it was. A few years now.
Yeah, I remember the last show I was at, Sim was there as well. Because I remember he was displaying his pages from, I don't know, whatever he was doing about Nazis.
Judenhaus.
Yeah, and I went
Yeah.
and told him, I looked at them and I said, Dave, that looks nice, but not that funny.
No, Gerhard was here since. I'm trying to think.
Oh.
It wasn't too long ago.
Was it 2018, Bob?
Could have been. They all run together in my head. I got to go back to the archives on the website. I got every year up there, so I can remember who was here when.
Yeah, I saw his panel. He was really interesting.
Yeah.
Had a great
And it was
talk.
supposed to have been recorded, but nobody knows where the recording got to.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Good thing I saw it.
Because he's been doing full-page pictures that are in the Monster Atlas.
Oh,
And
cool.
it's great because people look at them and they say, wow, your art is good. And I say, thank you. So, and then I tell Gerhardt,
Yeah.
you're making me look good. Thanks a lot.
Well, that's why I put on Space. I put up all this artwork, and then people think I'm doing it. So, all the artwork from the exhibitors. Oh yeah, I did that.
I apologize if you hear my cat like clockwork. He's letting me know it's time to eat.
Oh, that's okay. I was just about to launch the whole thing this morning. Had my windows open and my big back door open. It's pretty cool here today. And my neighbor decides to cut his lawn. So I hit the AC on and started closing all the windows up, and I got back just in time to hit the button. I thought, you couldn't have timed that better. At least he didn't get his leaf blower out.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I sit out back and work and work on the computer or draw and read. And every other day, he has to get the leaf blower out to clear off his patio or his deck, because there's a big tree hanging above it. Just dumps on it.
Okay, Swamp Thing with the banjo. Swamp Thing Frog with the banjo.
Oh, he looks great.
That's neat. So who's got something new? Oh, here's Indiana Jones. And the boulder. Is that a colored pencil?
No, it's graphite.
Oh, looks greenish.
It's I've got a yellow light.
Oh, okay. Well, these are some of the most colorful things I've done in a while.
Start the plane! Start the plane!
It wasn't long after that.
Wow, that looks like a real cover.
So how many copies of that book do you have?
Oh my gosh, because they were 25 cents.
Oh, okay.
I probably bought, probably close to 25 of them. But, especially during the peak of Walking Dead, it was pretty easy to do something on this. It cost me 25 cents, and whoever wants it, they're getting an actual Walking Dead comic. So, if for some reason they left off a lot of space on it, so
yeah,
there's been a couple dozen artists that have gone this route too. So.
Well, it's getting to that part of the convention where you start drawing cats.
Oh, I haven't done a cat yet. Let's
See if I can muster a cat up here. It's going to look like my Batman, though.
You're gonna make it a Cosmo cat.
Cosmo cat.
Draw Cosmo as a
I'll do ears and antennae. I'll make the ring be his whisker. I think I'm just getting warmed up, but I'm also running out of gas.
Just imagine how good you would get if you had to sit at a table for 9 hours.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
I did a 24-hour comic last year. At 65. I never thought that would happen again. It's all on YouTube if you want to watch. Excruciating.
24 hours of it?
I think I lost a section of it, but it was done in like 6 4-hour segments because I was only able to do 4 hours at a time. And I was done about 8 o'clock in the morning, so that was about 20 hours only to get done. And that book is also available in the comics market with a silkscreen cover on it. Robot 1010.
And how much does it cost?
I think it's $4. Or wait, is that right?
Wow,
Yeah,
that sounds like an awesome deal.
it is. There's a cat.
I like the cat.
He needs some claws here. He wasn't declawed. Only front paws. I just got done drawing a lot of cats. I did a strip for the Columbus Scribbler called "Cats on the Town."
Yeah,
I had a bunch of my Facebook friends send me a picture of their cat and where they wanted to be in Columbus. So that was in the last issue of Scribbler. That came out pretty good. I was pretty happy with it.
Good work on that.
And I think that issue might be free online soon if it's not already, because the next issues. Or no, not that one. That one's not going to be free yet. They're working on. They were asking for submissions for issue 8 just this last couple weeks. I have no ideas.
Anybody comment on Twitch?
No, I should be able to see all of them here, and I haven't seen any. Ben commented on Twitch when he gave me his. Was this the chat or is this the comment? No, this is the comments. Oh, that was me. I put Ben's website up. Yeah, nobody on Twitch knows me, so. And people on Twitter hate me, and people on Facebook are just sick of me.
I can't ever get Instagram to work.
I put stuff up there, but it's kind of really limited. I never understood why it was such a big deal. I think because you can't do a whole lot with it and people can't comment too much. And people don't like Facebook for political reasons, and then they go on Instagram, which are owned by the same people. So I never could figure that out.
Is there less crazy politics on Instagram?
Yeah, I don't think there's as much room to do anything. And you have to have a picture. You have to start with a picture. You can't just put text on there.
My wife Karen has an Instagram account. She puts like photos of all the stuff she's selling on eBay, and then might link the photos.
Yeah, mine's mostly like if I do happen to draw something nice, I'll put it up, or if I get a nice photo somewhere. Like my heron picture that everybody likes from down at the park. I kind of caught him.
I try and put my comics up there.
Did it work?
I don't know.
I put up my, I think I posted that 24-hour, I put that on Facebook too, my 24-hour comic, and I did Inktober the last 2 years, and I took the prompts and made them a narrative. So I was doing that daily, to keep up with the dates. And that was a lot of fun, because I was getting a lot of attention. Because I don't know if anybody's done that before. And those 2 books are for sale. I think only one of them's up on the comics market this year. The other one's around, but they'll have to go into my regular website. And that one has a block print cover on it, the one from the previous year. I think I'm skipping this year.
I'm jumping on the bandwagon, drawing a cat.
There you go.
I just want to fit in.
It's the cat's meow. Oh, I didn't zoom in on my cat yet. Boop. Oh, my sister says nice kitty. She's texting me from Pennsylvania. Hi, Ann.
So I need some pens in my
So my sister's getting ready for her first big party since COVID.
August. It's my mom's 87th birthday.
Wow.
So,
That's awesome.
yep.
87.
She's healthier than all of us. Guy I went to school with, high school with, and was on the track team, or actually on the same mile relay team as her doctor. So now I'm worried he's going to retire on her.
So I'll be ready to quit at 7.
Let's see, we didn't see your cat up close here. Yeah, I think I'm out of steam. So who do we got? We got to wait for anybody to finish something here? To hang around?
I'm almost done, but
Greg's almost done.
Okay. Well, we'll take one more round then.
Kevin, those are looking even more awesome.
Yep.
I
Thank
thought
you.
you were done with those already, but now look at them. Wow.
And while we're sitting here waiting, I just want to remind everybody, Space will be in person in November, come hell or high water. It's been a hell of a trip. And I had promised somewhere today that I will be giving out mini comics for hugs, just because I've had so little contact with people this year.
sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it does. But
You're probably more likely to run into high water than hell.
yep. And it's looking pretty good too. We've got 110 tables sold already, and there's people from all over the place. A lot of new people I haven't met before. So it's I think everybody just wants to do a live show again, and it's bringing in some interesting people.
All right, there's my cat.
There he is. Neat. We need a Walking Dead cat next.
All right. Thank you for attending.
Yes, well, thanks. It's been fun, guys.
Yes, thank you so much, Bob. And Greg and Matt, you also enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yep, and
Thank you.
love to see you guys all back here for Space.
You know it. I'll be
All
there,
right.
Bob.
I don't know if I'd be allowed to.
Why not?
Someday we'll
I
have
don't
to
know
get up
if
to
the border
Toronto
will
for
be-
Canzine again.
Getting across the border is.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, well, hopefully things will lighten up soon.
Even Canadian customs, you need like a list of everything you're bringing with you and how much it costs.
Well, I always thought I thought it was the Canadians didn't want us up there, not the other way around. I sure as hell wouldn't.
What happened to
Things
NAFTA?
got
I thought we were
ugly
all
under
free.
Trump.
Well, hopefully that clears up because I want to get to Toronto. I've never been up to Toronto yet.
Never been to Toronto?
No,
Wow, that's like
for the convention, for the big
America.
the festival. I want to get up there for that. I think I applied a couple years and got turned down, which I expected, but I was just going to go, you know. Because I want to hit all these things. Ow.
A bunch of us went up to Toronto from Hamtramck for the very first Canzine back in the 90s.
Hmm.
It was at somebody's house.
Well, I thought about that here. You missed the party. We had the O Comics Fold and Staple party here, which is the first time I've had non-relatives in the house in 17 months or so.
Yeah, that must have been great.
Oh, we had a great time. Yeah, got some jams done. I think they're up on Facebook. Oh, and I think over there is the big jam up against the wall that never got finished. So it's on Facebook. It's not worth it. Yeah, I used to carry about 4 of those big boards around with me to space and some other places, and I'm wondering how the hell I did it because they're not light. That one I put hinges on so I could close it up and stick it in my trunk. The other ones had to kind of go through the trunk into the back seat to get to wherever I was going.
Okay, Bob,
So-
Kevin,
so, all right.
Greg,
Yep.
great
Good
panel,
seeing you guys.
everybody. Let's
Well,
do it
thanks a
again
lot.
sometime.
We're calling
Enjoy
it
it. We'll
quits.
see you soon there, Bob.
Okay, you too.
Have a good night.
Have a great weekend, guys.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for
Bye.
having me too. I'm gonna call it quits.
All right, Greg, take it easy.
Okay, you too.
So that is it for Space 2021 Online. And I just hope to see everybody in November 6th and 7th at the Northland Performing Arts Center. And like I said, right now we have 110 tables sold and we have room for about 150. And I'm hoping we have them all filled and everything is safe. So until then, everybody stay safe, take care of each other, and we'll see you soon. Bye.